plan is simple. Cross the RimWorld and reach the Grav core. If Wolf and Tarsier can reach it, they can create a Grav ship and find a way off this godless planet. All they have to do is reach the other side. The dirt bikes will only take Wolf and Tarsier so far, so their next immediate objective is finding and salvaging enough material to rig up something with more wheels, cargo space, and traction. The process of building a larger vehicle won't be easy. The dirt bikes can't carry much, and Wolf is incapable of healing himself thanks to his stats. Shout out to Wolf's personal physician, Tarsier, the young 20-something-year-old who has no business being on a planet like this. Tarsier was the sole survivor of an anomaly research platform that crash-landed onto this Bermuda Triangle of a planet some 50 days ago or so, if memory serves. Tarsier isn't the first crash survivor that Wolf had saved. The first was a man named Scorpion, who left Wolf to die in a place once called Lake Mountain. But that was a long time ago, I digress. Building a vehicle won't be easy, thanks to the aforementioned setbacks. We'll have to find a scrapyard that's somehow both rich in resources and lacking in threats. Thankfully, we can outmaneuver most threats with the speed afforded to us by our bikes, so long as we stay on the green belt and avoid the ice. Our fuel reserve is maintained by trading whatever salvage we have at the moment with local settlements. Our food primarily comes from whatever berries we can forage and meat we can hunt during periods of rest. It takes us a while, but Wolf and Tarsier eventually reach travel-friendly highways and trade routes, allowing the dirt bikes to go their maximum speed. The ruins along these high roads are also fresh for the taking, and plenty of neutral settlements and trade caravans pass along these roads, so there shouldn't be a fuel shortage anytime soon. This nomadic way of life persists for only a few days longer until we finally stumble across a ruin that seems worthy of securing, even if only for a few days. Just enough time to allow us to do things we otherwise couldn't do. The ruin itself has a small rock formation that's relatively easy to secure. Plenty of scrap is nearby, and there's no shortage of berries. Any pests we deal with are easily dispatched by Wolf's incendiary launcher and Tarsier's rifle. A camp like this is a fine place for Wolf and Tarsier to generate some power and create a vehicle garage. But first things first, we'll salvage the local scrapyards and gather all the material we can to get a better sense of what we're working with. We'll also establish a basic farm and harvest all the cotton and berries we can to keep the rations going. We would have stayed here, maybe even gave this territory a name, but then Wolf and Tarsier are told of an ancient outpost, operated by equally ancient mercenaries in possession of all the weaponry, armor, and shelter we're looking for. We were told this information by passing caravans as we traded them all the jade and other riches we could get a hold of, in exchange for, you guessed it, fuel and food. The outpost they're heading to is within contact range of the Grav ship core itself, If we can utilize the outpost comms, we can attempt to contact whoever currently controls the gravship core, which stands there lost within a pocket of the Scarlands. On the 6th day of Year 11, Wolf and Tarsier reach the outpost. The place is vast, certainly ancient, and covered in enough scrap to make a friggin' plane if we wanted. So, let's secure it for ourselves. As the two scavs take position, a hungry night ave corners Tarsier. The night ave bruises Tarsier with one of its venomous spines, which causes a noticeable, though manageable, amount of toxin to build up in his body. It isn't until later that evening that I spot one of the mercenaries stationed at this outpost. A cultist in possession of an entirely unique, highly dangerous bolt-action rifle, one possessing incendiary rounds and a tactical sight. The cultist in possession of this rifle takes position and immediately begins firing on Wolf and Tarsier, all while her allies are nearby. So long as Tarsier, our only healer, stays alive, then there shouldn't be any problems. The two men should be able to drive out these mercenaries with ease. During the engagement, as Tarsier falls back, the cultist in possession of the fire rifle shoots Tarsier square in the heart. His armor takes a majority of the hit, but the damage caused by the shot is enough for the cultist to make an even better shot. A kidney shot. One that kills Tarsier instantly. Wolf is able to cut down Tarsier's killer only moments after he died, thanks to a stun baton. She's not dead, but Wolf doesn't have the time to kill her. He took a gunshot to the leg, one that's going to cause him to bleed out. I almost said his days are numbered, but I guess his minutes are numbered at this point. Wolf can't heal himself, so he'll instead head straight to the outpost itself. Perhaps there's a cryo-sleep casket or some exotic drug that can buy Wolf more time. Instead, Wolf comes across empty shelves, weapon caches, and long-dead bodies. Several drones and other traps are littered throughout the entire facility, though he can't pay them any mind. Sadly, none of the goods Wolf is able to uncover can address the hole in his leg. He's limping badly now, and the bleeding is only accelerating. The situation gets to Wolf's head. He's hit with a crisis of faith, and then he gives up. He falls into a sad wander. It's starting to feel real now. As of this moment, Wolf has 21 hours to live. Wolf doesn't regain his faculties until his expiration date hits the 18-hour mark. His vision is getting weak now. His movements are becoming increasingly lethargic. He's tired and slipping into the early stages of anemia. Wolf's only semblance of hope comes not in the form of aid, but a comms relay. This is the end of the line for Wolf, so might as well make the most of it.